think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. It is difficult to understand the universe if you only study one planet. Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye. Today is victory over yourself of yesterday. Tomorrow is your victory over lesser men. All men are the same except for their belief in their own selves, regardless of what others may think of them. A man cannot understand the art he is studying if he only looks for the end result without taking the time to delve deeply into the reasoning of the study. There is nothing outside of yourself that can ever enable you to get better, stronger, richer, quicker, or smarter. Everything is within. Everything exists. Seek nothing outside of yourself. Perception is strong and sight is weak. In strategy, it is important to see distant things as if they were close and to take a distanced view of close things. Determine that today you will overcome yourself of the day before. Tomorrow you will win over those of lesser skill, and later you will win over those of greater skill. With your spirit open and unconstricted, look at things from a high point of view. You may abandon your own body, but you must preserve your honor. Step by step, walk the 1,000-mile road. Develop intuitive judgment and understanding for everything. Become acquainted with every art. Do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. I choose to live by choice, not by chance. Though you give up your life, do not give up your honor. Develop intuitive judgment and understanding for everything. Become acquainted with every art. Do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. I choose to live by choice, not by chance. Though you give up your life, do not give up your honor. Do not let the body be dragged along by mind, nor be dragged along by the body. Get beyond love and grief. Exist for the good of man. Respect Buddha and the gods without counting on their help. You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. If you know the way broadly, you will see it in everything. What I call the void is where nothing exists. It is about things outside man's knowledge. Of course, the void does not exist. By knowing what exists, you can know that which does not exist. That is the void. If you are not progressing along the true way, a slight twist in the mind can become a major twist. This must be pondered well. The essential is to think that anything you are doing has to become the occasion for slashing. You must examine this well. It is said the warrior is the twofold way of pen and sword, and he should have a taste for both ways. If there isn't discipline, how can there be a true realization of an ideal? Truth is not what you want it to be. It is what it is, and you must bend to its power or live a lie. Anyone can give up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. But to hold it together when everyone else would understand if you fell apart, that's true strength. 1,000 days of lessons for discipline. 10,000 days of lessons for mastery. This Fudo-Myo, whose name means immovable wisdom king, is represented with a sword to cut through our ignorance and a rope to bind up our emotions. From one thing, know 10,000 things. In battle, if you make your opponent flinch, you have already won. You can only fight the way you practice. If you do not control the enemy will control you. The important thing in strategy is to suppress the enemy's useful actions but allow his useless actions. The only reason a warrior is alive is to fight, and the only reason a warrior fights is to win. To become the enemy, see yourself as the enemy of the enemy. When you decide to attack, keep calm and dash in quickly, forestalling the enemy. Attack with a feeling of constantly crushing the enemy from first to last. When your opponent is hurrying recklessly, you must act contrarily and keep calm. You must not be influenced by the opponent. One must make the warrior walk his everyday walk. In strategy, it is important to see distant things as if they were close and to take a distanced view of close things. In strategy, it is important to see distant things as if they were close and to take a distanced view of close things. Study strategy over the years and achieve the spirit of the warrior. When you cannot be deceived by me, you will have realized the wisdom of strategy. The purpose of today's training is to defeat yesterday's understanding. The path that leads to truth is littered with the bodies of the ignorant. You win battles by knowing the enemy's timing and using a timing which the enemy does not expect. In time, all things work to your advantage when you pursue them with an open heart. If you do not look at things on a large scale, it will be difficult to master strategy. Even if a man has no natural ability, he can be a warrior. There are many ways of understanding simple things, but generally the opposite is true for difficult ideas. When you attack the enemy, your spirit must go to the extent of pulling the stakes out of a wall and using them as spears and halberds. It is bad to repeat the same thing several times when fighting the enemy. Do not sleep under a roof. Carry no money or food. Go alone to places frightening to the common brand of men. Become a criminal of purpose. Be put in jail and extricate yourself by your own wisdom. Whatever the way, the master of strategy does not appear fast. Of course, slowness is bad. Really skillful people never get out of time and are always deliberate and never appear busy. To make anyone immediately regret, Insulting you showed that you are unaffected.